Hi, this is Shanita, author of How to Have This and That. It's a cold day today in Houston, Texas, Katy, Texas. I'm in Houston right now, actually. No, actually, I'm in Katy. Okay. I'm at the Lexus dealership waiting for my car. And I said, let me share this beautiful day with you because every day is a beautiful day. One of the things I wanted to share with you today is to talk about programs. You know, one of my biggest things is programming because we've been so programmed that so many of us don't realize it. And even when we do realize it, we don't like to admit it because it's just like, whoa, no way, no way. But it is true. Let's talk a little bit about illnesses right now. How do a lot of us attract that? It's because of our programming, believe it or not. When we're growing up, because it takes a village to build, it takes a village to raise a child, you know, the village. So as a result, you may hear your parents, your godmothers, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, the whole family saying over and over again to you, diabetes runs in my family. Diabetes runs in my family. So, of course, if you hear that over and over again, diabetes runs in my family, then you, as a child, that program starts running in your mind that diabetes runs in my family. So, what happens is you grow up thinking that's the case. Or, for example, let's take when we talk about weight loss. Sometimes we hear when we're growing up, in our family, we're big people, it's hard to lose weight. It doesn't matter what we do, what we say, what we eat, what we don't eat, it's hard to lose weight. Or we may hear about pressure. It runs in our family. High blood pressure runs in our family. High blood pressure runs in our family. Migraines run in our family. I don't know, different kinds of things run in our family. So as a child, you're being programmed negatively that these things run in your family. So you're programmed all the time and you don't realize as a child. And when you grow up, you start thinking that's the way it's supposed to be for you because your mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, auntie, cousins, all of them had what? The program that said we always have pressure. And then as you grow up, you go to the doctor. And the doctor reaffirms everything because you know when you go to the doctor, you get this list of, oh, look, I have to show you this beautiful Lexus. Oh my goodness, look at that. Anyway, okay, so the doctor has, you have all these forms you filled out, and then you say to yourself, it says, does your mother have pressure? Does your father have pressure? Does your auntie have pressure? High blood pressure? And then you say, yes, they do. And then you, although you may not have it, the doctor will convince you that you will eventually have it because why? It runs in your family. That's how it works. That's how the programming works. It runs in your family. So then you start thinking, well, this is the way it's supposed to be, but that's not necessarily truth. Of course, so we can change all this programming. So I remember once I went to the doctor. I was not feeling well. I was feeling stressed actually. And she took my pressure, and that particular day it was high. And she said to me, because your mother has pressure and your father had pressure and your whole village had pressure, you must have pressure. So let me prescribe some pills to you. And I said, no, I'm not. She says, you have to take it. You have to take it. You have to take this prescription for high blood pressure because it runs in your family. I said, no, it runs. My mother may have it. My father may have it, but I don't have it. So why are you forcing something on me? So, okay, back and forth, back and forth. She got upset because I was telling her these things. And after all, she was the doctor, right? She said, okay, let's compromise. Oh, one more thing. She said, but take the prescription anyway. I said, no, if I take the prescription from you, I will be admitting I have high blood pressure and I refuse to believe I have it. So she said, okay, maybe you're stressed. After all, I was working in the medical center. It's very stressful. So she said, come back next week and you promise me if you still have high pressure, you will take the prescription. I said, sure, yeah, that's a good bargain, right? I came back the next week. She took my pressure. It was normal. She said, OMG. I said, yeah, OMG. I could have gotten on it for a lifetime because one day I was stressed, came to you, you took the pressure when I was stressed, and therefore for the rest of my life you will label me. And sometimes it's not only because of stress, it could be anything. And sometimes really you do have, and you have to take care of your health. Health is the real wealth. It's important that we take care of our health because it is the real wealth. You know what I mean? So, anyway, that's one of my many stories. And the same thing, of course, applies to the poverty consciousness and the prosperity consciousness. The same thing applies to that. You know what I mean? However, we'll talk about prosperity and poverty consciousness another time. But just be awake, aware, and conscious. Because when you live from awareness, from a wakingness or wokeness, whatever the new thing is, you can change that programming to good health. So just because so and so has it in my family doesn't mean it applies to me. So you can change the whole thing and become more cognizant and more conscious of what you are telling yourself. I just did a video on I am, which I'm going to upload soon, because I am are two most powerful words. And what you put after that I am makes a positive or negative difference to your life. So keep saying I am healthy and not I am ill or don't feel well. I am healthy. Okay, this is just a little, as I said, video. I'm going to share my day with you. It's 37 degrees in Houston, Texas. And I just wanted to share what I'm doing with you today. So think about it and remember that you can have this and that. Yes, you can have this and that. Health, wealth, time, freedom, all at the same time, including joy at the same time. And never let people tell you you can have your cake but you can't eat it. Think about how silly that sounds. You can have your cake but you can't eat it? Seriously? Oh my goodness, I repeated that for years until it dawned on me one day when I was AAC, awake, aware, and conscious, that that's silly. How can you have cake and not eat it? So go have your cake, go eat it, enjoy your weekend, be blessed, be prosperous, and remember that you can have this and that. Shanita over and out. Click like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, give me your feedback. Let's work together as we're one and make a difference to our lives and the lives of all the people in our world and in the universe. Blessings.